is that I see some achievements, some accolades back there. What do we got up there? Out of those that we can at least see, I'm sure there's more, but out of the one, I see three of them. So out of those three, which one means the most to you? And okay, certified financial planner.
Yep.
Why does it mean so much out of those? What is the other two?
So actually, these other two are ones that people don't know about. They're called the CLU and ChFC, and one's Chartered Life Underwriter. It's the highest insurance designation that you can get. The other is a Chartered Financial Consultant, and it's similar to the CFP, but it's a little different. It's and this one in the middle is the CFP, the Certified Financial Planner. So I would say that the number one designation that consumers and people look for in an advisor is that they're a certified financial planner. It just means that there's a lot of coursework, education. I had to pass a rigorous exam, and then I subscribe to a code of ethics that holds me to a fiduciary standard, which I can define if you're curious.
Yeah, please.
So the term fiduciary has gotten a lot of news lately, with the federal government coming out with the fiduciary rule. And what basically, I'm not going to go into too much depth on that, but basically a fiduciary is somebody who's giving you advice in your best interest at all times. So there are certain advisors out there that give you advice, but they're not necessarily giving you advice that's in your best interest at all times. It might be in your best interest now, but it might not be in your best interest in 6 months. And I'm not going to name names or call anybody a bad apple, but there are certainly some unscrupulous advisors out there. And the one distinguishing factor that you can know whether your advisor or your planner is a fiduciary is looking for the CFP designation. And so fiduciaries are very important in helping you select a high quality, high ethical advisor.
Awesome. And outside of yourself, who's the greatest financial planner that you're aware of?
The greatest financial planner that I'm aware of. So I have an interesting one. I would call it Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, I would say, understands investing. He understands that he takes emotions out of his investing, and a lot of times it's hard for us to do that. But he lives in the same house that he's lived in for 50 years. He lives in Omaha, and he's not extravagant with his money. He's very on purpose. He's a billionaire, but he doesn't look it when you look at him. And when he buys companies, he's not buying them based on hype. He's not buying them based on what he thinks that the market's going to do. He bases it on strategic foresight into a company's balance sheet and their income statement, and looking at them as a good value. He's a good value investor. So I would say he's a really good investor and financial planner. I definitely admire him.